What if Shikamaru found the Death Note? So we start out seeing a young boy walking around a village, and he stumbles upon a black book that says Death Note on it. Curious, the boy opens the book and he looks at the first page and he sees the rules. The book says you must write someone's name on that book, their full name, and that person will die. If you write their name and then the method of death, that's the way that they'll die. But if you do not write their method of death, they will die of a heart attack in the next 30 seconds. So the boy, thinking this is a joke, decides to write the name of a rogue shinobi. Let's just for this situation, it will be a random rogue shinobi, and he waits a few minutes to see what will happen, and he gets news that the shinobi has died. So as he's walking home, he realizes that there's a shadowy figure that has been following him the whole time. And for this what if, it will be light. So there's a theory that he gets reincarnated as a shinigami after he dies, because there's one that looks like him, and in the story it says that whoever wields a death note does not go to heaven or hell. So here he realizes that there's a shinigami, there's a shadowy figure following him. So as he turns around, he gets scared because it looks like something he has never seen before in his whole life. So he asks, "What are you?" And he responds to Shikamaru. The figure responds to Shikamaru, "I am just a shinigami. I am a shinigami. My name is Light, and what you're holding there is a death note. Whoever you write in that book will surely die. If you write their full name, they will definitely die." So I was the original owner of that book, but I dropped it on to earth because there was a shinigami that did that to me, and now I'm in this form. So I just thought I would repay the favor and carry it forward. So Shikamaru is shocked. So he says, "So you guys are actually real?" And Knight says, "Yes, we are real." So because Shikamaru was in a crowded area, he asks Light, "How come no one's freaking out? Why is no one shocked that there is a literal shadowy shinigami just standing in a crowded area?" And Light responds, "It's because no one can see me. Only you can see me." So then Shikamaru is like, "Okay, what if I don't want, because this sounds like a drag, what if I don't want this book anymore?" And Knight says, "No matter what you try to do, once you touch that book, once you picked up that book, there was no going back for you. You're now stuck with a book for the rest of your life, because once you pick it up, the deal's already done." So Shikamaru is kinda angry, and he says, "What a drag," because now he has been he literally just picked up the secret, the key to death of any human being on his planet. So then, afterward, right, we see him in his bedroom thinking of potential uses for the death note and for things he could do with the shinigami. So he asks Light, "What abilities can I get on top of the power of life and death?" And Light says, "If you can master operating the death note to the extent that a shinigami can, you will gain some of the abilities of a shinigami. You will be able to turn invisible. You'll be able to fly like I can fly, and you'll be able to see the lifespan of any human being, no matter what age or gender, or even any living thing. So you can look at a tree and you will know how long it will live for, or you could look at a human being and know the exact time of their death. So what happens now is Shikamaru is thinking of ways he could use this ability. Like maybe he could use it to kill Rogue Shinobi, but because Shikamaru is actually smart, he thinks of another potential use for this Death Note. Is it possible for me to use my potential Shinigami abilities on top of my jutsu to make them more powerful and stronger? And Light says yes, that is quite possible. All you have to do is make sure that you master the abilities first. So after that, right? He starts thinking of another potential way to use the Death Note. So he asks Light, if I was to write someone's name and say that they would die at the age of, like, let's say 500 because of old age, would the Death Note allow me to do so? And Light says technically yes, and he's shocked that he never thought of that, because by doing this he could have increased the lifespan of people who are good while simultaneously causing the deaths of any villains or evil figures. So then Shikamaru becomes now the smartest holder of the Death Note, because now he has thought of new ways to use it, and he is now finding ways to mix it in with his jutsu, specifically his shadow possession jutsu. Okay, so that's where we'll leave it for now. For the next part, I will probably put we'll have a time skip to the normal series where you can see the normal Naruto episodes take place. Then I'll continue from there. Because at first I was gonna give it to Naruto, but then I thought, wait, it doesn't seem like an ability that would suit him. It's more like for Shikamaru, who uses shadow abilities as his main ability. So I hope you liked it so far, and goodbye.